Hello, it's Miss Philpott here to talk to you about all things psychology. So just to give you a bit of an introduction to the course itself, psychology is really the study of human behaviour, how we interact with others, and kind of the science going on inside our brain. Why study psychology? It's really an opportunity to kind of understand yourself better and other people around us. It helps us to understand how we interact with people, why people show certain behaviours, and gives us some reasons behind that. Helps us to learn how humans think and act. It's also really good for interpersonal skills, being able to communicate effectively and helping to build our own confidence. It also brings the opportunity for students to get involved in their own research and actually finding out an element of human behaviour and seeing if we can test that and what kind of outcomes we find. So the structure of the psychology GCSE is that there are 8 units in total. So they are split into 2 groups. There are 2 papers and they are both written exams. There is no coursework in psychology. 50% of the exam goes to both of those papers. In paper 1, we look at 4 different areas that I'm going to go through in a little bit more detail in a second, and paper 2 is the other 4. And this will be spread out across year 9, 10 and 11. So paper 1 concentrates on cognition and behaviour. So this is really about the processes our brains make and then how we show those behaviours. So section A of the first paper, we look at memory. So the processes and structures of memory, how we remember things, issues with memory, and then looking at lots of research studies that have been conducted about our memories. Section B is perception. So we look at sensation, how we take in our cues around us in the environment, how we then interpret that in our brains and make sense of the world. We look at visual cues, optical illusions comes into this, and then we look at factors that affect perception. That could be physical factors or external factors. We then look at development, so we look at how our brains develop very early when we are young and how they change over time as we go from infants into our adulthood. We look at how the effects of learning on development, so when we learn, how does that affect, maybe hinder or support our development? Our final section in paper 1 is research methods. So we look at hypotheses, variables, we look at how we conduct research, how we plan it, how we collect data, and then we do lots of data analysis. It's worth noting here that actually a keen interest or a good level of maths is really needed for this. This research section involves a lot of calculations, and math skills are going to be continually monitored throughout psychology just because of its relevance to the course. So something worth considering. Paper 2 then is social context and behaviour. So this is really how people interact with each other. So how we're seeing people play out their behaviours in life. So section A looks at social influence. So we look at how people conform to different behaviours. We look at obedience, how people behave socially, crowd behaviour and collective behaviour. We then go on to section B and we look at language, thought and communication. So how language mixes with thought, how we communicate through language, comparing humans and animals, and looking at non-verbal communication. Section C then looks at brain and what we call neuropsychology. So that's anything affecting our brain. So we look at how the nervous system is structured, how the brain is structured, and the role of neurons. Here, a really good interest in science would be beneficial in this kind of part of paper 2. And then our final section is psychological problems. So this really centres around mental health, and we look at a few mental health disorders. So we look at depression, we look at addiction, but we look at how psychologists today intervene with these and the therapies that they can put in place. So really then, if the GCSE is taken, we want to know how that's going to help. So psychology can help students now with learning empathy and compassion. We'll learn early research skills that are useful for further education, critical thinking, and a lot of extended writing. As the exams themselves are short and long answer questions, extended writing is something that will be practiced often. Careers that this could lead to, you could have careers in education. You can become a psychologist through levels of study, which we will discuss. So that could be in any kind of field: sport, education, health, clinical or forensic. Often people get jobs as counsellors or psychotherapists, and some careers also include researching. Just some of the frequently asked questions that have cropped up. First of all, will there be any psychology trips? We will hope to get students out to talks that are on locally, to hear from leaders of psychology as best as we can, absolutely. Is there any coursework? No. Both of the 50% towards the 100% GCSE grade are both done by exams, so it's all written exams and timed. Is there lots of writing? There will be. A lot like other subjects that are just exam-based. There will be lots of extended writing that we will practice throughout Year 9, 10 and 11. And the final one there was, will we learn about criminology? This is a really common question. And criminology is its own subject. There is a whole course that can be done from college level onwards about criminology. However, they do overlap. So where possible, these kind of topics come in, and they might be relevant throughout our course. Thank you for listening.